Okay, we're about to go in the attic. We're in the garage. This is a pull-down attic access ladder, and this garage ceiling is set. Okay, it's made, built, call it what you will. It's finished off with half-inch drywall. Okay, gypsum board, sheetrock, call that what you want. All right. So what that gives us is our fire blocking between the house and the attic and the garage. We want to encapsulate those three things. That's why this garage door is supposed to have a self-closing spring on it. Oh, they don't require those here. Yes, they do require those here. It's supposed to have a self-closing spring. That door, so I know it's a nuisance. I took my spring off. I get that part. You're carrying groceries in, the door's always closing. I get that. But that door's supposed to be, for lack of a better word, foolproof. All right, so that it always closes, because that door is what's saving you. Most fires start in the garage. A lot of fires start in the kitchen, but we're not going to put our kitchen in a separate place. But what we're doing so far is what we've gotten. Okay, used to be a kitchen wasn't even in the house. We used to have our living quarters and then our kitchen a long time ago. But that's not today. And today I'm talking about the spring on this door. It's supposed to have a spring on there. And you say, yes, it is supposed to have that. It really is. That door's installed inside out, by the way. The hinge pintles are on this side, but we had a conversation with my client about it. But that's not why I got off on a tangent. So what do we got here? What do we got here for our fire blocking? A little piece of plywood right there. You think a fire can just jump right up in that? I do. I think a fire blow right through that, right into your ceiling, go across your ceiling, take your whole house down. Well, that sounds kind of drastic, bud. Okay, well then let's move on to something else, because that is why. I mean that. Well, that kind of sounds the same. Anyway, I wasn't able to prove my point at that particular time, but my point was still made. Light switch, got the handles on it. That's really good. Okay, what we've got in here, call 911. Grampy's in the attic again. Okay, what we've got here is conventional stick framing. We've got a radiant panel, USB. Okay, that's good. This air duct all kinked and crimped, doesn't look so good, but that's another video. We're doing mostly attic stuff right now. Oh, that's nice. You see those little barriers that they put up to hold your insulation in? That's a good thing. That's a good thing. I like good things. I get it. My job's kind of negative by nature, you know. I kind of got a little attitude, but I don't mind telling you about the good stuff. Let's see if I can find some more good stuff, or we'll find some other stuff. I don't mind looking for that too. If I get my flashlight to work. There we go. There we go. See these trails? Now a lot of times when I'm in the attic, most of the time I say, see these trails? People didn't make these trails, mice made these trails, but that's not the trails that I'm seeing. I'm seeing people trails. See this insulation? It's supposed to look like a fresh, new snow. It's supposed to be smooth all the way over there. Now people went up there and trumped it all across there. You know what they did when they did that? They compromised your insulation. They compromised the barrier, the heat barrier. And let's talking about fire. We've moved on to heat now. But the insulation that keeps your house cool, the insulation that keeps your house warm, the insulation that keeps your house comfortable compared to the exterior. That insulation right here has been compromised right in there. Now if we train our eyes around the perimeter, we see those little beige cartons right there. Those are called baffles. I don't know why, but they are called baffles, and those are good things. We want those. What's interesting is that they put continuous soffit baffles up here, and those are not required. Those are not required because, okay, over here they're not continuous, and that's fine, because we don't have continuous soffit vents, so we do not need continuous soffit vent baffles. They gave you a couple extra ones. Hooray! See this nice little cage right here? It keeps me from bumping into it and stuff. I like that. Not only do I like it, but it's required. Not only is it required, it's also required in the garage. We don't have one of these. Well, you probably saw or going to see the door opener video, and I could talk about the protective cover for the garage light. This is what I'm talking about right there. What else have we got? Oh man, I got my eyes readjusted here. Okay, our purlin struts look pretty good. We've got our exhaust vents up there. What do we got? Come on. More and more and more. Got a little palm bracing over there. Right back up in there. Palm bracing. A lot of home inspectors get their panties all in a wad about the palm bracing. Go, palm bracing, palm bracing. There's nothing wrong with palm bracing. The code is silent on palm bracing. They say all you're supposed to do is transfer the load. Okay, and support the load. If the load's supported, we don't have a problem. That is what mass production builders use, so they don't have to use a tape measure so much. They can get in there and just kind of it helps the progress going. Even though that's less than ideal craftsmanship, there isn't a code that's against that. And then a lot of home inspectors say, well, what about uplift? What about uplift? Why am I saying this? Is because people follow me all the time saying, palm bracing, uplift, palm bracing, uplift. So I'm just getting this out of the way right now. Okay, the uplift is handled by your purlins. Uplift is handled by your collar beams. Uplift is handled by your rafter ties, which I cannot see because you have insulation. So you've got all these different building elements about uplift. And so palm bracing is not a bad thing. But you got some up there. It's not the fanciest framing. It's a down and dirty trick, but that's okay. Insulation, we're running about 14 inches in a lot of places, and a lot of places we're not. Remember, I got up here crying and complaining about the insulation over there. Let's see, on and on and on. What do we got? What do we got? Give it to me, bud. Give it to me. 3, okay. Give it to me. 3, okay. Well, oh, and we got a barrier over there in front of the patio where nobody would look. How about that? Well, good stuff is good to know. Good stuff is very good to know.